of failure. Try not to be by the book and follow your guts. This is how Dennis Nang defined his business ventures. So, Dennis, good afternoon. Welcome to the show called Self-Made.
Thank you for having me here.
We want to know more, deeper. Can you share with us your childhood?
Yeah, I grew up in Bicol. I'm a Filipino-Chinese Bicolano. As a child, then I knew already that I want to be an entrepreneur. Because during my high school and elementary life, then, I've been selling candies, chichiria, to my classmates.
Okay.
And one day our principal called me
Okay.
in the principal office and he told me, "Oh, Dennis, isusumbong kita sa lolo mo." Because my grandfather then was the chairman of the board of that school because that's an NGO Chinese school. Then, yeah, true enough. Tinawagan niya yung lolo ko at pinagalitan. And my lolo told me, "I'm not angry sa ginawa mo. But what you're doing is unfair competition.
Why?
Because canteen paying rentals and you're not paying anything." Diba? So from there, sabi niya, "Magkano yung baong binibigay ng mother mo sa'yo?" So, well, that time, piso pa. So we would, "Oh, I give you 5 pesos every day, just stop doing that."
What made you become so business-minded person? Is it your Chinese blood or what? Or genes or education or what?
Maybe it's in the blood, no? I cannot generalize that pag Chinese ka, negosyante ka. No? Hindi ganon naman. In fact, I'm more Filipino than a Chinese. No? Chinese because our ancestors were Chinese. No? But I grew up in here in Manila. I grew up in Bicol. No? Probably it's in the blood. Probably it's my passion. No?
What's the biggest learning or challenges so far you experienced being an entrepreneur?
The challenges naman varies, depend on the industry that you're in. No? Let me talk about Mober. No? I started Mober 2016. I bootstrap it. When you say bootstrap it, I funded it myself. I only had 4 in the team. I was using an outdated app then because developing your own app is very costly and you don't know if you will be successful or not. So why waste money? We just test. In the technology industry, we call it MVP. This is a minimal viable product, right? When I saw traction now, after 6-8 months of operation, I realized I need to raise funds. I've been around. I've been attending tech conferences in Singapore, in Hong Kong, and they have this, they call it speed dating between a startup and a venture capitalist, an investor. As in, they only give you 3 minutes to tell about your technology, your startup, then that's it. For 6 months, I've been doing that, and so frustrating because no investor wanted to invest in the Philippines because everybody is in Indonesia. And I realized, wala akong kalaban dito, then everybody should come. You'll make a lot of money, right? But they have this stigma, I don't know why, that they don't want to come in the Philippines. I remember APEC, I don't know, APEC 2017. There's an event in City of Dream. I attended, then I saw the Grand Ballroom full house. I realized that I have an opportunity here to make bawi my $300 by standing there, because you're allowed to stand and ask questions. When you stand, they ask you to introduce yourself, what you're doing, then you ask questions. It's a full house, and I realized, I just stand, introduce myself, introduce Mober, then bawiin ako sa $300 ko. That's my goal, no? Because, the funding then were really hard to find, no? So I have to make use of everything. I stood, I asked question, then there's a Singapore guy there. I said, "Hi, sir, what will it take a Singaporean like you to invest in a startup like me here in the Philippines?" Right? Because I've been pitching, but seems nobody listening. So that guy, Dr. Yap, stood in the stage and talked to his audience, he said, hey, what are you doing? If you don't want to take Dennis, I'll take Dennis. Then all of a sudden, there's a lady walking towards me. I say, oh, Dennis, would you like to partner with SM? I told her, hey, ma'am, partner na tayo. I serve your same-day delivery. She said, are you ready to take investment from SM? And that's Miss Cosa. I was shocked. I said, yeah, we can explore. That was my answer. We can explore. And the rest is history.
So what kind of entrepreneur are you?
How many kind of entrepreneur do we have?
Do you follow the, as entrepreneur, talagang hard-headed, drive, talagang non-stop, no nonsense. How about you?
I just use my common sense. When I started Mobile, I don't even have the business plan. I just use my own experience and replicate that to every Filipinos because it's not by the book. I always do it with my guts. I always remember when my mom told me, Dennis, if you have these 2 cups of rice sa harap mo, and you'll be happy with 1 cup, you're enough. With 1 cup, you can live comfortably with 1 cup. Then you can invest the other cup all the way. Pikit. Wala. That's okay. Because you have 1 more to make your life comfortable.
So what's your dream about Philippines?
Me as in the tech industry, no, I'm hoping that Philippines will be as successful as Indonesia. I'm hoping that sooner or later, Philippines can produce a unicorn. When you say a unicorn, a tech company with a 1 billion valuation. So I know it's going to be sooner than later. With the support of the government now, I think they came up with a startup bill, one-man incorporators, a corporation. It will make businesses a lot easier, and I hope with these changes, we can get more investors coming to the Philippines.
Yeah. So what's your advice for young business owners?
I think if you have something in your mind, don't be afraid to execute. If you want to start a business, just do it. As I mentioned a while ago, doing a business or building a business now is easier, a lot easier than before.
So what's your best advice? Like you mentioned also that you gone through especially when you lost a lot of money running a business. A lot of people, they just forget it. They give up. So what's your best advice to be successful as you?
But one thing that I would like to advise, probably the parents, just to make sure and tell their children that don't give up easily. Don't be afraid to fail, because failure is always part of our life. If you want to succeed, you have to fail first. But I'm not saying you have to intentionally fail to succeed, But that route or that road going to any successful ventures, any successful activities, are failures. Just advise your children, support your children. Every time they fail, support them. You're the only person who will understand your children. Don't give up on them. Just support.
Wow. How about your message to your people?
Okay, to my team, without you, we're nowhere. Without you, we're nothing. I know that most of the time I'm very demanding, but you know why I'm demanding. I hope you also know that I won't abandon you. We're here all together.
What's your message to your parents?
I want to tell the world that who am I today? It is because of my mom. I'm here, maybe not as successful as what I wanted now, but I dedicate this to my mom. Really, whatever I'm doing, I hope I'm doing correctly, the way you taught us how to be a person, to be a good person.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dennis. I am Rebecca Bustamante, and this is Self-Made.